Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Good morning. Welcome to the Disney Morning Show. I'm Kyle, the editorial director for Laughing Place, and joining me this morning is Tony.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. Let's say some hellos to the people before we jump into this fabulous Friday edition of the Disney Morning Show.
Okay, Kyle, I'm gonna post the comment, but I want you to read it.
Top of the morning to you.
There it is. Okay, I haven't heard it in a while, so I just wanted to hear it that way again. Nikki B, Friday.
Friday.
For some, it's Friday, I guess. Fred, I'm gonna go ahead and give you my winner of the week. You can give it to us, but I'm not gonna show it till later, Fred. And then Doobie, who I guess is not here, but here. Hello.
He will be here. Speaking of winners and losers, Doobie will be joining us for that segment later. So I guess he's watching it now so that he knows when that is going to happen. Makes
Probably.
perfect
Hello
sense.
to Genie Plus Plus as well.
That's how we're going to end the show, but let's get started the way we start every show. Yesterday, when we did this, the Disney stock price was at $113.48. Let's see where it's at now. It is at, they make it so small too. I hate this new site. Can we fire Bob Iger over this? 112.
It has to be on a Sunday around Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Is there any big concerts he's going to be seeing soon that we could do it right before he's supposed to introduce his rock star hero? Maybe. Anyway, let's move right along. Tony, we got big news this morning from Disney Springs, or about
Sure, it's big. For a while now, we've noticed some Gideon-style art on one of the other buildings in the landing area of Disney Springs, kind of implying that something Gideon's would be coming. And sure enough, that's exactly what's going on. Six Ravens is a new offshoot of Gideon's Bakehouse. And they're going to be creating something called coffins, spelled with a Y, not an I, which is actually an original old term for a hand pie. So it looks like we're going to be specializing in that, and oddly, potatoes and local draft beer.
This looks like everything bagel seasoning on top of this.
6 Ravens is another way of measuring how much you'll gain after just bloating from everything you're going to be eating.
Well, it's going to be 7 Ravens, but then they had to let John Harbaugh go. So
is that a football joke?
That's a football joke.
I'm glad I got at least that far into it.
So yeah, looking forward to this. When it says potatoes, I didn't know if that meant that these would be like stuffed with potatoes or whether they'd be serving like waffle fries.
So my interpretation of it is, I don't know if you're familiar with McAllister's Deli. It's kind of a chain, but they do like these loaded potatoes that have just all the fixins. So I'm wondering if they're doing something like that, or if it's just here, have a potato. I don't know.
There's no potato famine at this new
No.
6 Ravens.
No,
yeah, very interesting.
We'll find out later this year for sure when it opens at Disney Springs.
We have a McAllister's Deli in our little airport. In fact.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, Jeremiah is over at the first day of the 2026 Epcot International Festival of the Arts. So we'll talk more about that later. But I do want to point out what is proving to be quite popular, the Lorcana Festival Quest Book you can see here. So they have photo ops with a bunch of large cards, and then they have the different challenges that you can participate in, and you can get specialty promo cards like that one and that one. And there's another one, but you can see it here, the Stitch one. That's a gift with purchase. So you have to buy something for that. The other two are free, so you can participate.
Do you buy anything, or do you have to buy something in Lorcana, like another pack or something?
I didn't get that far.
Okay.
But yeah, so pretty cool. He says that the line to redeem your cards right now is like very long, and so it'll be popular, but it's also, blogger day. So maybe once it calms down, maybe when I'm there next week, it'll be a little bit easier.
I was curious about going tonight just to do it, to make sure I got something before, because I fear by like February 8th, they're going to be like, and we're done. We're out.
I think there were hours in there, so double check what those are. But yeah, I think you should give it a shot, because I think it'll probably.
But my wife said, no, you cannot go, because if you start getting them, even for free, you're going to start buying them.
I mean, that is the classic trick. But Kathleen Kennedy We heard last April that she was planning to step down by the end of the year. She's about 2 weeks late on that, but she has officially stepped down as the president of Lucasfilm. And in her place, as expected by several people, Dave Filoni and is being elevated along with Lin-Manuel Brandon. So basically, this is kind of that classic Walt and Roy pairing there. You'll have Dave Filoni in charge of the creative, and Lin-Manuel, I wish I knew how to say that name properly, will be on like more of the business side. But interestingly, as part of like an exit interview, Kathleen gave some updates on some projects that have been floating out in the ether with some little tidbits. She said that she spoke to Vince Gilligan, who does Pluribus and Breaking Bad, about developing a Star Wars story for television. No real details on that. And she also said she had early talks with David Fincher about doing a Star Wars film. But what about the ones that...
come a long way? I thought he used to do country music.
Yeah. What about the ones that we've already heard about, like James Mangold and Bo Williamson doing, this was announced at Star Wars Celebration in 2023. She says that the movie is definitely breaking the mold, and so it is on hold. And then Taika Waititi turned in a script, and she thought it was hilarious and great, but it's not up to her whether it moves forward anymore. And then Donald Glover is also turning in a script for Lando. And again, just everything on hold. I don't understand Star Wars. I don't understand Lucasfilm, what's been going on with these things. Like, it just feels like they stopped announcing the things as much, which is probably for the best, because they would all just fizzle out. And it's like, what are you looking for exactly? Like, you say, this is great, we're not going to do this.
Doobie says, is this foreshadowing for the Disney CEO, creative and business? Now, Kathleen says she's going back to producing, but in my weird other motive brain that exists, I was like, what if now she's in contention for CEO?
I think that would have come in. Or it's not like this was a surprise. I mean, if you've been reading other sites, they said this was happening 5 years ago, every day for the past 5 years.
Jeannie wants to know, are people happy with this change?
I think
fans are, for sure.
We'll define fan. I think no one's unhappy about that. Like, even the people that weren't calling for Kennedy's head are probably happy, because Dave Filoni is such like a popular figure and has been seen as like the heir apparent and the George's apprentice. So I think everyone's happy there. But I think,
do we point out that Mike is happy?
Mike is happy, yeah. And I don't think, and Mike was not one of those people that was inflamed by Kathleen Kennedy's.
I feel like he's also become friends with Filoni, but that just might be my interpretation of his social media.
I think he just happens to spot. I mean, he's easy to spot when you wear a cowboy hat all the time.
And then Fred says, it still doesn't feel the same without the 20th Century Fox logo.
That's fair. But moving on from Star Wars to ships.
To big boats. Well, actually, no, this is one of the first ones, so it's going to be smaller. But the Disney Wonder is getting ready to host the 2027 member cruise for the Disney Vacation Club. And we now know that it will be pretty much on the West Coast, checking out San Diego.
Disney Vacation Club wrong.
What'd you say?
Disney Vacation Club. It's actually Disney Vacation Club.
I can only think of one person who likes that song.
Yeah, and he'll be on the show later.
Yep. But so it starts in San Diego, and then I'll go up the West Coast and checking out San Francisco for a couple of days, and then Catalina Island and Ensenada, Mexico, all launching on April 7th of next year.
I've got so many Will Ferrell movie references floating around in that itinerary there.
That's fair. The DVC member cruises, though, part of me wants to join DVC just to be able to do these cruises, because they're like low-level D23 expos.
Yeah, and I'm sure our guys will be on there and giving us coverage, and maybe they'll have the Catalina wine mixer.
That's true, too, for sure.
But Phineas and Ferb got some big news. Lots of big news yesterday.
Yeah, they got apparently approved for a third movie. We don't really know a whole lot of details other than the plot point that Dr. Doofenshmirtz has created some kind of time machine-inator that erases a little bit of history, and Phineas and Ferb never get the chance to meet. So different realities will unravel, and the
Like today
future,
is going to be adequate.
yes, will hang in the balance. But yeah,
Well, if
no
you're
timeline.
ahead, what's up?
No timeline for that.
Yeah, of course. Animation takes a while.
Yes.
But if you're headed to Aulani or want to be, they're having a special offer right now where on most nights from April 10th through June 12th, guests staying can get 30% off a room, or if you're a Disney Visa card holder, 35% off. And of course, if you want to take advantage of this deal or any travel deal, we recommend you talk to our friends at mousefantravel.com/laughingplace. They can make sure that you're getting the best deal. Doesn't cost you anything extra. They just go in and save you money. So if you had already booked an eligible room for those dates, they would go in and save you 30%, and you would just see money back in your bank account. It's awesome. But yeah, so recommend that if you have any hopes of going to Aulani. Doobie recommends it. So there's that.
Going back to Star Wars for a second, Steve Meyer loved Kathleen Kennedy and is concerned that Filoni and this new person do not have her connections, and they will need to introduce themselves to the industry. I'm pretty sure Filoni has a pretty big Rolodex, and for those under 30, a Rolodex is a thing that has people's names and contact information that they could spin at the ready to pull whoever they need. But
yeah. Oh, I thought this story was interesting. Tony, you remember the show Last Man on Earth with Will Forte on Fox? Well, they're doing a French remake starring comedian and filmmaker Artus. I don't know, it's French.
Okay.
But Disney Plus is going to be.
Oh, it's a you though.
Disney Plus is going to be a part of that, so it'll be at least in France. It'll be on Disney Plus, I assume. Usually, with their foreign shows, they come to the U.S. anyway, but we'll see. So I thought that was an interesting project. I don't know if it was part of the 20th century. I don't know if it was produced by 20th Century originally, and that's how we got it. But let's take a look at the Disney Plus top 10. I was going to make a new bumper for it, but we're going to use the Swifty one. So.
Okay.
All right, Disney Plus top 10. Number 1, Tron Ares, Pull the Pole with Will Smith in second place. That's a new show that just got added this week. You can read Maxon's review on Laughing Place. Percy Jackson and the Olympians. Bill has recaps on our site. This is the penultimate episode of the season, so I'm sure it was thrilling. Avatar, The Way of Water, and Avatar, the original, both there. Fantastic Four, First Steps, which you can watch a pitch meeting for. They pitch meetings back. Tell Me Lies. Also, you can read recaps on our site. Hey, AJ. Tony, have you checked this out yet?
I've checked out the theme song, and I introduced it to a child named AJ, who happens to be, I guess technically she's my niece too, but my wife's niece, who is named AJ, and that thing has been on
technically
repeat.
She's definitely your niece.
Yeah, on repeat for a while. So
that's cool. Yeah, I guess you do Disney Channel shows, not so much Disney Junior ones.
I've done special episodes of Mira Royal Detective, and I think like a new Pupstruction season premiere, but that is it for Disney Junior. I'm usually on the YA crowd, not the preschool crowd.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know how many preschoolers are reading episode recaps. So Deadpool and Wolverine after that, and Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse from Sony. Well, each month, Alex puts together a guide to everything coming to Disney Plus and another one for everything coming to Hulu that following month. And spoiler alert, this month is pretty slim for February, but we do have the Muppet Show and some Hannah Montana goodness. So you can go check out what is coming to Disney Plus over on the site. And then yesterday, Jeremiah was at Disney's Animal Kingdom and got some photos of the current state of the Harambe market as they are making some updates there before the closure of Dino Land. So you can see the latest over on the site. And then, as I mentioned, he is live at the Festival of the Arts. And in turn, we have our live blog, where if you don't feel like trying to keep track on Twitter, our tweets all go here, and you can read them in one convenient place.
There's also a live stream later today that I need to do something about. So,
Yes, you do.
yep.
But yeah, 1 o'clock is that live stream. So look forward to that. It looks like a lot of fun. I hear great things about this festival, and I'm excited to finally check it out for myself next week, hopefully.
Yeah, I think we talked about this before. You've never been to the Festival of the Arts.
Nope. Only the I guess I've technically been to Festival of the Holidays, but not in its current state. It was several years ago where it was a little bit, it wasn't even, it was like a thing, but not really a thing.
And the rest.
But speaking of fests, Tony.
Yeah, Universal Studios Hollywood is bringing back their Fan Fest nights, which is I like to call the not scary Halloween Horror Nights, because it's basically celebrating all these franchises that have quite a big fandom, but making temporary experiences similar to Halloween Horror Nights based on those. It looks like a lot of it's kind of similar to what we've seen last year, but there is a new Scooby-Doo centric idea called Mystery on the Backlot, which I thought was kind of intriguing. And then One Piece is now also getting its own show at the Waterworld stage, so that'll be cool to check out. And just like last year, it's only on select nights in April and May. I think there's 14 of them.
So no Star Trek this time, but yeah, you can see here Scooby-Doo and Universal Monsters. So I guess we're gonna find out who Wolfman really is.
I did see someone's photos, and now that I'm aware of this, it made sense, because they were talking about installing new show lighting in the old Little Europe and Court of Miracles area on the back lot. So I assume that'll probably start taking people down there for the Scooby-Doo mystery.
Makes sense. And then Freya Sky, one of the 10 most fascinating people, according to Benji's list this year. You can enter for a chance to win tickets to see her tour in Los Angeles or New York City if you have Disney Plus. So you go to your Disney Plus perks and you can enter daily through Monday, January 26th for a chance to win. The winners will be announced shortly thereafter. So go ahead and enter, and for your chance, because these sold out quickly. You can also check out shows if you she had an acoustic tour we went to in Los Angeles, we being the site, not me. But you can check out videos from that over on our YouTube, which you're probably already watching right now. I did not put your pocket pick in here, Tony. I thought,
oh no! Oh, boo. Okay.
Well, I'm very confused. Did she like whip her head so much that like her wig came off?
That's what we have determined, but
yeah, I don't know.
It was mostly the music and the head whipping, but
yeah. Anyway, this day in Disney history, 1963, a Disney movie was released. It is actually a sequel.
1963?
Yes.
A sequel. It's got to be one of those dog ones.
It's not a dog one, actually.
Oh. Then it's one of the computer ones.
Science. I'll say science. Science fiction, obviously, but science.
The sequel to The Absent-Minded Professor. That name's
yes.
Skips my head.
Well, it was remade with a shortened version of this title in the 90s.
Flubber Lives?
Yeah, it's Son of Flubber.
Son of Flubber, okay.
Partial credit. On this day in 1980, a songwriter and actor was born. His Disney credits include doing the music for Moana.
Lin-Manuel?
Yeah, that was a real hard one. On this day in 2000,
I always like to point out that they never really advertised he was doing Moana until Hamilton hit.
Well, yeah.
So, yep.
And this day in 2003, an attraction, not a ride, but an attraction opened at Disney's California Adventure.
Millionaire.
No.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
Bigger
than Millionaire, but not a ride. Oh, the Aladdin show?
Disney's Aladdin, a musical spectacular. Yes. And finally, on this day in 2011, a parade opened at Disney's Hollywood Studios.
That was that Countdown to Fun?
That is Pixar Pals Countdown to Fun,
which was basically the demolition of Block Party Bash, which I loved. But
I mean,
Al says Tower of Terror. I don't know who's triggering Al with things right now, but no, Tower of Terror 2004, Al. May of 2004 to be specific.
Anyway, speaking of Al, Let me get back to my media thing so I can click the correct button. Oh my gosh, where is it? I'm losing my mind.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what.
I'm a loser.
I skipped a segment, but that's okay. Doobie.
What'd you skip?
Sorcerers.
That's okay.
Welcome. Who wants to go first?
Tony.
Okay, mine both are around the same thing, so
Okay.
I would rather do the sandwich one.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
I'll go first then. My winner of the week is the mentioned, or hi everyone, I'm Doobie Mosley. I usually host this show. Thank you very much, Tony, for helping make sure this thing happens every day. Really, you're starting out great. Gideon's Bakehouse, because they surprised. I think they surprised us. People were thinking, oh, let's get a mobile order place, and they actually are creating a completely new concept with these. What are they called? Handwiches? You're calling them, Tony?
Coffins.
I know they're called coffins, but what's the old? Never mind.
They're with the hand pies.
The hand pies, yes. So congratulations to Gideon's for keeping a bit of a secret, doing a very pleasant surprise. In 5 years, an unqualified success at Disney Springs.
To your point, I think a bunch of us thought it was going to be a retail location, not another food one. But
so I saw a lot of people at least hoping it was going to be like a mobile order location for Gideon's because it has the 5-hour line.
Mm-hmm.
And what's your best tip for Gideon's, Tony?
If the line is 5 hours, just drive to the Winter Park location and then come on back.
Exactly.
And maybe take some orders while you're there and make a profit to pay for said trip.
And Tony's side gig, side hustle.
Well, my runner-up winner of the week is Asad Ayaz for continuing to grow his position at the Walt Disney Company. But my actual winner of the week is Michael Celestino, because he wrote this in February of 2025. Bold prediction: Star Wars Galaxy's Edge will shift timelines. Ignore this next part before summer 2026, and that is happening. So well done to him. It's not going to be New Republic, but I'm giving him credit and naming him the winner of the week.
Ignore this next part.
Yeah, you can be right about anything if you just twist what it is. All right, Tony, you're back to back now.
Okay. My winner is anybody who lives on the Florida Space Coast or wants to drive out there from their Walt Disney World trip to see something they'll only get to see for a couple of weeks before it moves to Singapore for the next few years. And that's the chance to see the Disney Adventure out there. So
love that. Absolutely love that. I would have been there.
On the flip side, my loser of the week is anybody who likes a cohesive ship fleet, because the adventure is kind of, having gone out there myself and seeing it in person, it's jarring to see how different it looks from other Disney Cruise Line ships. It is not an ugly ship by any means. It is just a clunky Disney ship.
So it's out there next to the Wish this morning. I put a picture in random.
Yeah, it was out there next to two other comparable sizes when I went yesterday. And I came over, if anybody's familiar with driving out there from Orlando, there's a couple of little bridges over some marsh and some inlet and then the actual coast. I was over the first one, and at first glance, it was sandwiched between a large Royal Caribbean ship and a large MSC ship. So on that first little one, it just looked like the whole skyline was now the Adventure. But as I got closer, I realized, oh, there's 3 ships there. Yeah. But then I got even closer, and to coin or to borrow my wife's term, the adopted sister, I have to be nice to. But she is very wide compared to another Disney cruise ship, any other of the ones. And then she's very boxy.
Yeah, not as tall. I expected it, just in my mind, this was like the ship so much bigger than the other ships. It's not as tall as the Wish, but it is a lot wider.
Like they took a 1985 Marriott or Hilton and put it on a cargo ship. So
but I'm sure once you get on it, they'll have all the Disney magic that makes you forget you're on a cookie cutter cruise ship.
It's made Disney-fied, but yeah.
At twice 50% more than they expected to spend on it.
Well, my loser of the week is the orange M&M, because these M&Ms are all auditioning for different Marvel roles, and the orange M&M decided to audition for the red Guardian. You could have gone after the Thing. He's orange and rocks. That would have been a way better fit for you. I don't know why you decided to go for one that has explicitly a different color in the name, but good luck to you anyway, and maybe I'll pick up a bag later.
I'd like to point out Fred Ramirez, loser of the week. Or winner is the Chicago Bears for that amazing comeback last Saturday. And the loser is the Pittsburgh Steelers, who had a 3-point lead, and then he was shocked when he checked the final score. That's been great. My loser of the week, it is my turn, right? Yeah, my loser of the week. I first have a runner-up. My runner-ups are Ben and Alex, because they annually take the DVC member cruise, and now they get to look forward to an overnight stay in the great port of San Francisco.
I didn't think of that.
But my winner is Batu West. Most people are happy with this change. I am not happy with this change. I like that Batu was trying to do something completely different instead of just falling back on Han and Leia and that whole thing. So Han, if you prefer.
Okay.
So Handwich.
They do say both in the movies, Tony.
That's true, they do.
Han shot first.
I think even he says them both ways.
So for those of us purists, we still have the East Coast, but for the losers on the West Coast who have to always get it their way, they get a dumbed down version.
This. He might have, maybe it was on the morning show, or maybe it was just a conversation I had with him. He came to visit Florida, and I don't remember if it was a work trip or when he came out for our wedding, but he went to Hollywood Studios and he was like, Galaxy's Edge is still a destination here. Like, it's still crowded. It's still busy. It was crazy. And I guess in California, and in the times I had been, it's not a ghost town by any means, but it's not shoulder to shoulder like it always is here in Florida. So I could kind of see why they're deciding to, let's pick it up.
There are ways to make that happen short of just saying, we give up, let's bring out Princess Leia. And so anyway, that's my loser of the week. And I'm out. That's all I was here for. Thanks, everybody.
Right.
Thanks again, Tony
Bye.
and Kyle, for doing what you guys do so well.
No problem. Well, as we mentioned earlier, we'll be doing a live stream with Jeremiah from the Epcot International Festival of the Arts coming up at 1 o'clock today, Pacific time. And then tomorrow we should have Disney Trivia Live. As far as I know, he's not here to tell me otherwise, so let's just hope so. And other than that, anything else you wanted to add, Tony? Other comments that we want to highlight? We can wait 1 minute until the top of the hour to see if there's any breaking news.
Sure, yeah. Jeannie agrees with Fred about his winner of the week being the Chicago Bears. Fred, you did say your loser, which is the Pittsburgh Steelers. So technically, isn't that the winner and the loser of the game?
No, because they played the Packers, and the
Okay.
Pittsburgh Steelers played the Houston Texans. Really testing my memory there.
I didn't watch it at all. So,
well, I will say Pixar tweeted for no reason a half hour ago photos of Wall-E, so that's something.
Oh, well,
that
time to
Tony
check
can
that
look
out.
forward to. Yeah,
for
I
no
mean
reason at all.
it's probably art you've seen before because it looks very familiar. But I'm going to refresh all the things right now. All the things being the Parks blog and the Twitter, which is currently working. Hasn't been working for much of the morning, but it seems to be doing okay at the moment.
As you also eloquently said, X isn't going to give it to you. So.
No. Okay. Well, breaking news right here. Hold on. This is. We have the names of the 2026 Moms Panel.
Oh, okay.
Plan Disney. And you can just quickly looking at this, you can see why it's no longer called the Moms Panel, even though there were dads on the Moms Panel originally. But yeah, covering all sorts of different aspects of Disney. Each one has a specialty. So congratulations to these people. I'm joking about how this being a big deal, but no, this is very exciting for those who get to participate in it.
Yeah.
And hopefully they'll keep people well informed.
I know someone who's trying every year. It's not me, but I know somebody who's trying every year. So.
Oh yeah. Is it you?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes. I've thought about it, but I have not. Would that be a conflict of interest?
I don't know.
Okay.
Is the participant in the room with us right now?
No.
Oh, okay. Because you have a niece, not a kid.
Correct.
as far as we know. Anyway, thank you all for joining us. We will be back next week for more fun. Actually, I'll be Monday is a holiday. I don't think we're doing the show, and I'll be flying to Florida. So probably not Monday, but we'll see you back here Tuesday. So bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.